Well, you never expect to be standing in front of, a bunch of people with this subject in mind, but it just happens. Things happen, and you just go with it, and you get through. And I'll just start reading. First, before I say anything about our lives, I want to thank you for your lives. Thank you for your time that represents your life, for being a part of something that truly makes life possible for others. That would include my son, Micah. As you can imagine, when you find out that your child, whom you would give your own life for, is diagnosed with cancer, it sends your mind racing. You automatically are filled with fear, and battles in the mind begin. What we thought were growing pains in Micah's leg, but grew to painful limping, was in fact leukemia. It all happened so fast. The call that we needed to go directly to the hospital, the surgery to perform a bone marrow aspiration and put in a Hickman line, blood transfusions, and so on. I looked at Micah's bare chest the night before they put the line in, and I just kissed it. He put his hand on my head softly, but he didn't know why I was kissing his chest. I just knew that his little body would never be the same. Sometime he gets tired of his tubie, as he calls it. The big deal for him about being 8 years old is having it taken out. He says, sometimes I miss my body. I'm like, well, first I thought, well, what do you mean? And he's like, I miss my body, before. He goes, he's pretty brave about the whole thing, but sometimes, you just can't help but think about it. He has had to have it replaced one time due to an internal bacteria, which was very traumatic for him. I told him that it's nice to be a boy because he'll have chest hair someday. And he looked down, he's like, I don't want any hair. I'm like, well, you will then. He has had many spinals and more to come, where Dr. Rosen draws spinal fluid to test, and that was the worst part for him. Well, besides the time he had mouth sores, it's due to the chemotherapy that go in his mouth and down his throat and his stomach, and he was just very, very sick, throwing up blood, and it's just pretty rough stuff. And his spirit seemed to be the lowest during that time. But although through the pain and suffering that I've seen a strength in my son that is overwhelming to me. In the beginning, when they would do a procedure, he would look up at me and cry and scream, Mommy, tell them no. And I have to tell him I can't. But then, as later times, he would look up at me and he'd say, I'm going to be brave. He'd get this resilience, and he's like, I am going to be brave. And I think for a boy, they're more that way. They just want to be brave. And I assure him he is. Just because you might cry when you're afraid does not mean you're not brave. And like I tell all 4 of my children, being brave isn't not feeling fear. It's feeling fear and doing it anyways. And my baby's brave. If we got the news 30 years ago, or like what Dr. Rosen was saying, it would be a death sentence. And there are so many pictures on Dr. Rosen's wall of children from the past that did not make it. There was not much hope many years ago in the natural, and we would have grown weak and passed on, or he would have. But due to all the research and development of medicines, as well as the medicines to help you through the effects of those medicines, we do have hope. Research takes money, a pure and simple fact. So what you are doing is directly affecting real people like our family, like Micah. He wants to be a rocket or robotic scientist for NASA when he grows up. And maybe he can be one. At least he now has a choice. Thank you.